Hey guys, it's Mecha-san here with a Watch Mojo, or rather a MojoPlays tier list video here. Not a top 10, okay, this is a tier list video. And it's right up my alley here because I am a big fan of this series here. I keep up with the lore. Although, from what I've heard about the most recent entry, Assassin's Creed cinematic trailers and their birds tier list. That's the name of this video here. And yes, I love the Assassin's Creed franchise. I'm not a fan of it going so deep into the RPG. And sadly, it's gonna stay there because Ubisoft financial report shows that they've had one of their best sales ever here. Like the sales of Valhalla have exceeded expectations and such. So, okay, look, some of the RPG elements, fine, like different armor suits, stuff like that. Here, pieces. That was introduced in Unity. I did like that in Unity, in the cosmetic changes and stuff like that, and how it had like different perks. Different perks, like if I have a certain belt, I'll have more lockpicks or more room for smoke bombs, or heck, more storage for bullets. Fine. I mean, and increases whatever. So that's cool and all. I mean, different play styles. Fine. And they even have also the series where they introduced the skill tree thing. Technically, they went overboard when it came to Origins, though, because in the last two games prior to that, of Unity and Syndicate, you could really complete the entire skill tree of each one here just by proceeding on with the main story and doing a number of the side stories. There was really no need to keep grinding. But yeah, so they introduced that. The level cap thing, they kind of overused that, and I don't like the hitbox. I'm pissed off that the hidden blade is not like a one-shot kill thing. Boom. But you know what, I can tolerate that. What I can't tolerate is the whole, like, choose your own adventure stuff here with BioWare dialogue trees. Yeah, guys, know I hate that in Assassin's Creed here. They do not add up in Assassin's Creed at all with the premise. Odyssey was just, ugh. While I like the premise of seeing how strong Isu influence was still permeated in the area here, like a time before the Assassins and, well, technically we had the Templars here with the Order of the Ancients. That's precursor. But yeah, it did have some connection here, like, you know, we met Cassandra's father, who was referenced beforehand in the Da Vinci DLC for Brotherhood, I think? Was it Brotherhood? Yeah, we like visit one of his temples and stuff. But yeah. And I applaud also Ubisoft for finding a creative way to actually implement the whole, like, male-female system, like choosing male-female in Valhalla here, because if I've read the prequel comic, that gives me a clear intention here. Like, yes, female Eivor is still the canon, but in the previous life, it seems she was like an Isu form of her. He was male. So yeah, it's pretty much the same as what Aida is, the sage. Not exactly here. Like Aida was like a proof of concept, and it went wrong here. But clearly, some Isu kept on going with the project here and found a way to refine it more. There's that here. There's a whole lot of stuff, and I won't get into that here, but because I haven't played Valhalla, but from what I hear, it's basically just a Viking game set in the world of Assassin's Creed. We need Assassin's Creed. We need to be an assassin, period. There is no hidden one here. Let us be an assassin. Let us be in a point of history here, a much more slightly obscure point of history. Like, I don't know, 14 or 15th century Russia or something? Russia or Indonesia? With the popularity of Ghost of Tsushima here, they've got to start considering Japan here, like bringing, like, forget Memorials, whatever, that iOS game, and actually have it where the Templar and Assassin try to influence Japan, like make the story into an actual game. But yeah, I'm going off topic here. Tier list cinematic trailers. I love cinematic trailers here, so let's just watch. And of course, reintroduce some of the old stuff here. Like, there was no need to take away the ability to replay old missions in like the DNA sequencing or anything like that. I like that here. The optional objective to achieve 100% sync. Restore more of the parkour. Let that be an actual thing. Let that be a thing again here. Don't have it so we can just climb any surface whatsoever without any handholds. That was dumb. Yeah, I keep going. Alright, yeah, Unity, I gotta admit, once I replayed Unity to Platinum it,
between the Assassin's Brotherhood and
it was actually, yeah, like, that was good. Sword of Eden. Maybe tell us what happened to Sword of Eden.
Become the greatest threat to humanity imaginable.
What happened to how that Sword of Eden, like, get out of... There's a history behind that sword alone.
This thing goes deep.
Yeah, it does. Oh, yeah.
Like MacGuffins known as the Pieces of Eden. A major plot point revolving around the Animus, a machine that allows a person to relive their ancestors' memories.
Yeah, exactly. Cute. Ancestral. In this case, they managed to make the technology so anyone can view anyone's other memories.
But enough of all that lore mumbo-jumbo. Full disclosure, I love Assassin's Creed, but this series has been going for a while.
Well, duh!
I may have missed a few, so I'm not the most fit to review each
been
of the
going.
games
It can continue
However,
on forever. The premise is like, wow.
Cinematic trailers.
Well, the basic premise can make it keep going forever. I mean, you can tackle so many periods in history, so many like small points in history where we don't know about much. From the various civil wars, insurrectionists, some minor wars that happened and we don't learn about history class.
The following are the opinions of little old me, who will almost definitely have some different views, but my efforts in ranking will be based on what I feel is the most impactful.
I feel that they did indeed fix this here, yeah.
Lend me your ears.
I mean, I play on PS4, so...
Your small business web solutions are here. Rejoice! It is known as hostpapa.ca. You look like the kind of traveler who seeks emailing, or they commit reliable servers. Speed!
Skipping this
and
shit?
more. Look, I got so much to say about hostpapa.ca.
Okay.
We'll come back to this. Play the trailers. Let's go! Trailer opens. All faiths and beliefs are valid. Okay, great. We like it. Great.
This
is a very strong candidate. Put a pin in this one, and we'll circle back. We get the main character reveal like something out of a horror movie. We love to see it.
And then that was awesome. We disappear like that.
He starts getting a little pushy. Okay, very pushy. I'll tell you, I don't even think that guy was in your way, dude.
Yeah, that's me. I bet you're wondering how I got here.
Dude, what was your plan? My best guess is to overhead yeet that longsword because you're a good 3 to 4 stair lengths away, and your stance isn't implying you're gonna take another step.
Yeah, okay. Man, that crossbow was effective.
Hidden blade sound, iconic origins. We still think of it to this day.
Yes. And yeah. And then showing some respect here by closing his eyes.
Development for Mr. Pushy.
Oh, it's honestly
visually interesting shots for both contrasting character perspectives.
Point cinematic, yep.
Pushes one less guy for good measure.
And here comes the best part.
Just dips. Complete dippage.
And you can actually see him like
central.
You can actually see him like passing there, and there he goes.
Overall, an extremely strong opening to the game series as a whole. They had 2 minutes to represent the core mechanics of which being taking out targets, stealth, and parkour. Gets right to the point, varied cinematography, although it could be a little less blindingly white. I get that they wanted to hammer home this is a simulation of the Animus as well, of which we'll continue to see throughout the next trailers, and how it evolved as a concept. So how does she stack up? We're gonna take a couple hypothetical points off for the enemies being bumbling idiots. This trailer really looks like one of those filler missions you bang out in a minute or two. However, one could argue that's an accurate representation of the game to begin with.
True, yeah.
Definitely well made, but
B tier here. And also this trailer here, they obviously had to change a few things, like the crossbow. I was hoping to use that, but they had to remove it because it's not historically accurate to the First Crusades. The 1190s, so the 11, well, you get the idea. So, yeah, and I also heard they do plan on making a remaster or a remake of this game. I'd go for a remaster. Maybe like improve the graphics, smooth out the traversal mechanics and parkour. And I know that there was a certain mission early on where we got to uncover the traitors that let the Templars inside Masyaf after, Altair returned. Yeah, we managed to get like a speaker, but there was more to it than that here, but they had to cut that out. They had to remove that mission entirely here because I think just for narrative reasons. Still, though, if you find a spot here and you use Eagle Vision, you can actually spot the guy who would have been the target for that mission. And yeah, well. So, yeah, the B tier. I remember seeing this in, like, the E3 it was premiered. It's like, it was awesome. I was, like, hooked from the get-go. And this was back when it was exclusive to the PS3.
But it isn't super impactful on the rewatch.
But it
that bird. Yes,
that
for a
bird.
tiebreaker, we're tier listing all of our bird buddies too. AC1's bird is a good boy and earns himself an A tier.
Really? Okay. Well, fine. That's good.
Establishing the theme of the Animus. Very
1486.
Long pan to obvious bad guy and his goons. We fade to a
very nice actually. It's this one still
some fat stacks. An assassin.
Man, this trailer really does still hold up.
The paid off party.
I mean, you can sort of see the age in some bits, but
really important character.
But no, it's still good. It still pretty much holds up well.
Our hero is revealed like that of a horror movie, and I love that.
So,
as of 1 minute 46, we get the star of the show, just grinning away. Look at that smirk.
Yeah.
He's loving it.
Ezio.
Okay. Hold on. Let's break this down frame by frame. We got sword guy, knife guy, and spear guy. Ezio bounds off this platform towards a pole. Visually, it looks like he's about to climb it, and then he passes behind it, making for a confusing visual sequence. The one-handed spear catch to show dominance, spins it around for pure style, and proceeds to stab the man with a side I didn't even know was pointy. That's fantastic. Ezio continues to be extra by climbing this wall. I mean, look how far he got in the time it took you to parkour that.
True.
Announces master plan out loud.
He's out of breath, but badass voice. Yeah, look, 10. You oh fuck no! You really? Yeah. No. He's got good shoes, and thank you, Isu Blood. But yeah. yeah, but for his training, but yes. Wow. Yeah, the only reason why that didn't kill him or he didn't break his kneecap is because of the Isu Blood. Don't believe me? It's a reason why they can actually, like, parkour so well. Like, they know where to grab and everything like that here. I'm not kidding. Read Heresy. Giovanni.
Once I've dealt with you, I promise I'll give her my full attention.
Okay, enough of that, man. You're just kind of annoying me with this. But yeah, then we got that, the birds.
This trailer is certainly exciting, but it trails off towards the end. The surprise reveal of the latest Hidden Blade upgrade is a valid inclusion, but results in an anticlimactic second half. I feel this trailer would have been
I don't
much
know.
more effective should the party scene take place after the alley, in which Tubby the henchman is shot first, then the main target is hit and bladed at the party once he thinks he's escaped the assassin. Just me? Just me? About as strong as
just you.
establishing the
Just
new
you.
guy as the first trailer was. The sound design,
I like
as
how
always,
what
was
it is
excellent,
here. We
but
see the power
it
core.
lacked that flavor of hype. Where does she rank? B tier. Rate the bird.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. While
There's
the
no
eagle screech is worth a tier of
bird.
itself, there is no signature bird
Yeah,
feature.
there's no bird.
The only is pigeons.
Pigeons,
so,
yeah.
Pidge, I'm sorry, but you gotta go to C tier.
See, really?
An establishing shot featuring elements of the enemy.
1503.
Went a step beyond last trailer by adding
So
latitude
yeah,
and
like
longitude,
that's 3 years
clearly
before this.
identifying this as a
That's
sort
well,
of loading
3,
screen.
4.
A cheerful
Yeah, okay. The siege of Montergione took place in this late December 1499, and when it was in Roma, it was like January something. So yeah.
Hope. Is this our target of interest?
And there's
no.
Cesare Borgia.
That is our boy.
Yes. Oof.
Hold on. Is that sword guy? The sideburns, facial hair, and face? AC lore experts. Tell me in the comments.
No, that was a common.
Try to take on
That was a common facial
boss,
thing too.
Ezio.
Yeah.
Once
Oh
mere
yes.
pushers, now the assassins don't even have to touch the crowd.
My name's Jeff.
Outdated meme.
Ezio Auditore. Brave of you to stand alone against me. Assassin.
This one, yeah, you can really tell.
Birdshot with the cod, dudes.
Wow, you can really tell the textures in this. It's like from 2 to here. It's like, yeah, night and day, all right.
So cool. Let's go.
Everyone dies. Wrecked.
Right, hurting the horse was not cash money. Instant F tier. Oh,
Oh.
wait, horses. Okay.
Oh, yeah. There's everyone here, and they are the assassins. The Brotherhood system. He's doing a rewind here, okay? Okay. The Brotherhood system needs to come back. It's like, I guess in a way, yeah, you technically could order your first mate in Odyssey or something, but it's just not the same here. I mean, I really felt the best in a way, like kind of like the best when the last time we saw it was in 3. I mean,
Holy slam.
what are the
Damn,
Yo's
thank
bike
you,
you
man.
like?
Now that is a trailer. Carries the very best and most iconic moments of its predecessors, combined with this overwhelming sense of badassery. This trailer tells you if you play this game, you will kick ass guaranteed. Whether it be through stealthy takedowns or bold approaches, your targets don't stand a chance. I think as it stands, this is top tier. S tier! Future installments will have to fight pretty hard to beat out this action-packed trailer. Let's see how they followed up. Oh, also,
The
bird
eagle.
shot is short and sweet. It's a gorgeous
And he's
chocolate
got like a
brown bird
feather
earning
right
a
there.
Firm B tier.
Alright, fair enough. Oh,
We begin,
Revelation.
and you'll find this trailer is the most story-based of them so far.
Yep.
Foregoing all elements of the Animus. Instead, we're inside the mind of Ezio himself.
Yeah, and the song
Series of
Irons, it's
grandiose
nice.
shots
I
of
can
Ezio's
download
journey,
that song
predicting
from
the
my old
future use
iPod.
of ships as
Damn.
a main gameplay feature. The lack of animus-ness is
da,
likely due
da,
to the
da, da.
subplot of
That's a good
ancestor
song.
Desmond Miles, who is currently trapped inside it.
Yes, I know him. And
The Templars, taking a page out of the Assassin book,
da da
the
da.
mix of trumpet
No
fanfare
capes.
and spoken poetry makes for chilling soundtrack dissonance, in which what we hear is slow and calm, but what we're being shown is much the opposite.
Yes, it's a good It's a good juxtapose right there.
You see someone do that to a man, you just go home. That guy is clearly the main character. Bonus points for the sword maintaining the angle he was stabbed from. Iconic
Slow.
Oh yeah, but then there's Altair!
The reveal of the new twist or gameplay highlight is that Altair has returned and even taken from Ezio the assassin smirk.
The assassin smirk. Oh yeah, then there's this scene right here.
And this guy was totally not ready. Look at him. Any other trailer, he's dead. The shot you've been waiting for.
The eagle
appears to signal, well, this isn't the last of our hero's fight.
Okay, I want to pause here because, yeah, this scene is like, wow. I think they made Ezio look a little bit too old here because this is set right now in 1511. That's just 4 years after he dropped Cesare Borgia off a wall to his death. That was in 1507. This is 15. Okay, did I say? Okay, this is 1511. He dropped Borgia in 1507. It's only been like 4 years. When he killed Cesare, Ezio was 48. He's 52 here, and he looks so much older. But then again, it is the 16th century here. 50 might be the old age, because Brotherhood opened up after, he was in Roma and he got healed up. He went to the doctor. The doctor said, a man your age shouldn't be doing this much work here. And he was in his 40s. I mean, yeah. That doctor was telling that to a 40-year-old man. But yeah, like this song was something here. And then there's Altair there. I gotta wonder though, like I thought watching this kind of trailer here and some other people play this scene made me think that could that be like an imprint done by the Piece of Eden and stuff like that? Like, because the Piece of Eden can do that here. It's like, Piece of Eden can do that, or like a recessive gene that it unlocked here because the Isu were great at making these little time capsules, messages in a bottle and everything like that. So Minerva here could have made it so in key moments here after making contact with Piece of Eden, it will unlock these sort of timed messages here. So Ezio here would see Altair once he goes to Masyaf. Because keep in mind, everything was planned by Minerva. It's... And Eric... Yeah! Da! Oh yeah,
Revelations, as cheesy a subtitle that is, provides a great trailer. This is a significantly more plot-heavy piece as opposed to...
And I remember the shock, like, that's Masyaf! I was like...
This is Ezio's third game. He's getting worn out, and you can see how time is affecting him. Especially when watching his trailers back to back. The motion and fluidity portrayed is excellent.
Yeah, when I played this game, I thought he was a lot older.
Is not an easy thing to do.
But no, it's not that old.
A tier. That caw reignites the flame in the viewer at just the right moment. When we think this could be the end of Ezio's story. B tier.
AC3, okay. I actually streamed the remaster. A lot of people comment about Connor's stoicness and how he's kind of no emotion besides his like usual all business face here. Most of those same people here, I'm sure, it's not all of them, but a lot of people say that never really played the Homestead mission, which really shows his more human side here when he's not on a mission. I also know there's connections to
on a shot of our presumed target. Okay.
Yeah, we got.
We're off to a good start. We're in the
Bald Eagle
zone, and they are using it.
They speak of liberty and justice.
You could.
Now I'm a sucker for Batman/Rorschach voiceover.
Rorschach voices
upon the squabbling people beneath them.
Oh,
we hear the voice of Connor,
I would just
the latest and greatest hero, of which we're about to learn.
You know what? I know that Connor's daughter inherited the eagle vision.
This is harmony of bird.
Yes.
An assassin.
In fact, he's got the more rare ability of communing with another eagle. So I would love a game which we have her, the character.
He's going. Look at him go.
Like like Connor's daughter got hit with their own guns. 1, 2. Yes, the combat scene was brutal here. The system was just brutal and like, wow, this is cool. I mean, yeah.
If you think this dude is going to take a single bullet, you should give a second thought to the fact that he wore white to the battlefield.
Yeah, that's a major bonus of the game. It's like brutal combat scene. One of the most vicious.
Around, so you know it's serious.
Is that a line from Ghost of Tsushima?
It stops working, but it's safe to say it wouldn't have done him any good anyway.
Yeah.
Money shot. And we end with where we begin.
You got it, man. That eagle scene deserves to be S tier. I mean,
right out the
it's the most sacred.
S tier birdage.
Yeah.
Holy cow. But before I get
not
into
anymore,
that real
though.
quick, Assassin's Creed 3? Shouldn't it be 5?
Who cares?
This trailer rocks socks. Like a sweeping force of nature, Connor literally swoops into.
But also an example of how
a wasted second. All the music breaks before Connor
cinematic is not
adds so much punch
indicative of the main game.
Once again, keeping the core
like I've seen the beta gameplay stuff they released.
We've done it. Another S tier.
And well,
we open on what else but ships? Yes, sir. They waste no time in establishing where the Black Flag subtitle gets its name from.
Fake out.
I'm not really sure what the point of that was. It wasn't really clear what he was thinking of beforehand, so best guess is that Kenway just zones out sometimes.
Oh, it sucks that they had to remove that from the Animaniacs reboot, but I understand. And hey, at least Hello Nurse is doing a good job. Boy.
Oh, that's just waste.
I want to talk about Valhalla and comparing to this here, but I first gotta play Valhalla.
Clear, Edward has a ragtag group of buddies that are up for getting down and dirty. And you can't convince me this bottle catch wasn't the main inspiration for this whole scene.
Yeah.
Upon achieving his mission, we see something most unusual for assassins. A little money-making side business, forcing the question of where his morals really lie. The tune of the trailer changes several times.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Oddly cheerly melodies to electric rock, smash cutting to.
Okay, never.
Nothing too spectacular, but we are previewed to the dual-wielding signature of this pirate turned assassin.
That was awesome. How are you this bad?
Our target puts up significantly more of a fight than previous entries, although there's no actual harder enemies in gameplay, so it's just for show.
Yeah, it kinda is, but thanks. And use the hidden blade like that.
Is a brutal assassin and a self-made man who will do whatever it takes. Hostpapa.ca. Smart web solutions for your small business. Get your website, email, and business.
Kind of wish he went with the one with Blackbeard, like pretty much singing the praises of Edward. But I get it. Gotta go with the original cinematic.
Perfect domain for your business. Easy to use. I mean, look. Any questions? Email. Safely apps to build or we take security. Unlike previous pieces, it isn't exactly clear who our main enemy or target is. I'd wager that's part of the point, the final words of the trailer being defy, so to say that everyone's your enemy, or at least you're gonna
defy empires.
I didn't find his companions very interesting, and the ship battle was going through the motions. I do appreciate the full scope.
Adewale was definitely the most interesting, and he was the one who became an assassin first.
I find it very memorable, and I wouldn't be able to recall many details of the trailer once time passes. We're going with B tier. Again,
I mean,
B
fair
isn't
enough.
A bad thing. B is a pass, but it's not blowing me away yet. By the way,
what really blew me away was
does Edward not do the bird thing, huh?
Technically, his
trailers don't go for humor, but come on, you missed a chance to have a little red parrot.
Technically,
on
the bird was the jackdaw. Fail, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, no. Oh, Rogue, yeah. This is where the fatigue that starts settling in. I mean, 2 Assassin's Creed in one day. That's a big mistake.
It's just straight up there, like walking through the grass. This has got to be the lamest reveal of a new dude, but...
It sucked, really. I mean, they really should have released this game in that year, and Unity the following year. Maybe if they'd done that, Unity would be with far less bugs.
I would be a fool to not admit that voice is killer.
Standing against those I once called brothers.
There's an
there's also you can do a story with Shay Cormac.
In his blood in a
it's like
void,
what did he do? I mean, we know we can get some things here. Like, yeah, he eventually went to find more temples, stuff like that here, but eventually settled back down in America. Did he help rebuild the Templars?
Growing grass, scorching flames, and finally a cold wasteland. Likely to symbolize Shay's ruthlessness, that no matter the season or how long it takes, he will find you, I guess. It doesn't really land because there's no real introduction to this idea. It just sort of starts, as opposed to whatever happened between him and this nameless assassin.
And right now I'm wondering what happened to his air rifle after the draft riots.
Like, I'm not sure what it expects me to feel here. Am I supposed to be in suspense?
Although, can anyone actually make that air rifle? I mean, I know we do have air rifles, but
it's fairly lame.
Could it be made like
this rating does not reflect the actual game?
Like with a period method at the time.
Keep in mind the expanded gameplay trailer doesn't count. I know there's a further voiceover where he drops the
"I'm a Templar"
line, which would have really helped here. As a concept, assassin turned Templar is such a rich premise to work with. I mean, picture this. The game is introduced in a familiar vein. An assassin scopes out his target. He makes his move, but is cut just short by Shay grabbing the assassin out of the air before it can land the killing blow. Shay then proceeds to out-stealth and slay his fellow brethren, ending with his christening into the Templar Order. Regardless, what really seals the deal? No bird. And that will not stand. Heck, there could have been a bird soaring along and then it hits a wall as soon as it's revealed he's turned against the fellow assassin.
Okay, this is a replay.
Come on. That's good. That's a good one. Boom. D tier. Trailer?
Yeah. And the premise as well is something they need to touch more upon. We do know in canon that, sadly, there are more assassins turned Templars than vice versa, but they have happened. I mean, Maria is an example of that. Altair's wife. So let's have that here. Let's see Templar turn assassin.
F tier bird. Good
F tier, yeah. Unity. Yeah.
We open on a beauty shot of a bird, as all good trailers do.
Really? And it's
gorgeous establishing shots representing the beauty of the landscape, yet the squabbles of mankind's conflict below.
And this song was surprisingly fitting. Burning back.
This gives me chills every time, even when I know it's coming. That shot is haunting. The horror lies off screen, but you subconsciously absorb that crowd shot and can only picture what became of them.
Yeah, there's...
Our protag is revealed, watching over his city burning beneath him. But wait, he isn't alone.
Yeah.
Though I'm usually undecided if pop rock music is the best choice for game trailers, this cover is absolutely charming. You'll find yourself humming or
surprisingly
predicting when the
fits.
next words will come in. I think it's done purposefully.
Yeah. I gotta admit, when I first saw those three assassins, I thought, okay, are we gonna have a brotherhood system again?
Like a battle cry. And even though the song itself isn't a part of
but then they're doing so much more here, and look, the multiplayer component was not a bad idea, but yeah, you were not ready for that.
The pure chaos of this battle is in contrast to the calm dispatching of enemies prior, highlighting the disparity of the assassins and villagers fighting this time around.
Only by another beat down. But that level of coordination here and what we saw in like the gameplay reveal trailer, never gonna happen.
Ready for this, James? We're gonna go into this room and kill all four of these guys.
No,
Ready?
do it sneaky. Don't.
I am going to. I'm gonna throw it.
No, sneaky. Do it. Sneaky. Sneaky. What the fuck was that, Jordan? That was terrible. That sucked.
Yeah. 1, 2, rule the world.
Representing their effectiveness in combat. We come to a cinematic close with the best twist thus far. The assassins spare their intended target.
Because none
Or
of the...
have they? The
Nope.
mob of fearsome villagers breached the building, and we can only assume the aftermath yet again.
Oh, we don't need to assume.
Hero shot
We
is
see
stable
the
across
aftermath.
Paris. There's lots of work to be done.
World.
Will you be one of the assassins to do it? Need I say more? This trailer is French Revolution meets Assassin's Creed, and that's exactly what it needed to be. I come out of watching this trailer inspired and stirred up to fight someone. Well done, Ubisoft. Well done. There are multiple accounts of this video being shown in history classes or film school. It resonates with people that easily. Even without knowing the game, this is oh so watchable and exciting. Joining the big boys in S tier. Arbird this time around leads the action. And
I've actually been watching like oversimplified history,
at the end.
and I watched the
A tier.
the one with French Revolution. All right, Syndicate.
So, we begin establishing our new environment with an aviary companion.
Yeah, I gotta admit, that's a nice shot. Similar
30
to Unity.
seconds or so in, and we're greeted with some London thugs. The way Top Hat here is introduced leads me to believe he'll be the main criminal.
He's not,
We're a minute
yeah.
in, and I'm not entirely clear who the main character is
Until that.
he puts on the
The
hood.
hood,
Well,
yeah.
I'm all for switching up how to introduce the assassins. This one didn't feel very satisfying.
Yeah. And then...
This feels kind of like goofy.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jacob is one of the lesser coordinated assassins, but come on, this is not very stealthy. We can.
It's been a while since I've seen the cinematic, and looking at it now and hearing the music is like, I think I recall liking this trailer, but now it's like, why again? What was I thinking? And what this guy is saying, it's like, he's right, Jacob is not, that's Evie. In fact, I heard apparently that there was plans of making Evie the actually only character, but wouldn't sell or something like that because women don't sell in video games. Seriously, whoever been saying that needs to be dragged out and beaten to an inch of their life. By women. And then shot by a guy. Then shot because they're outdated. I only promote violence when necessary, people, and this feels like it's necessary.
Continue to follow this horsey race, resulting in Jacob, quite upsettingly, crashing his carriage into the London River. Good job.
Yeah, it's like... Okay, I like...
Assassin's Creed ever did was give you a button to play less of it. Look, I'm gonna play less now, yeah!
I have no problem with the grapple hook, with the grapple shot here. The rope launcher grapple shot. No problem at all. It does make sense. Like, as the world changes, like, cities become bigger, buildings taller, everything like that, you need to adapt. It was easy enough when most buildings were like 2 to 3 stories, but now these guys are towering these guys are towering structures here. And they've only just started. They're gonna get a whole lot bigger.
We match cut to a steam train roaring
So
by a factory,
I was
which
okay
is
with
an
that.
excellent way to summarize the time period. I almost wish the trailer just started here. The assassin smirk? It's really more of a smirk. Haven't hit full smirk yet.
Yeah, it's like most of these trailers always promote
2 minutes
Jacob.
in, but nothing's really happened
By
so
now,
far beyond
it's
some
for
dudes
the
getting
next
choked around.
and Shay had the time to walk home and make a sandwich.
Blah blah blah, shot of a pretty bird, a thumbnail, and finally our climactic showdown with Target McStuffy Pants. It was
McStuffy
about
Pants.
how you would expect, some blokes tossing each other around. Then Jakey makes the call that he's already impressed all of the hoodlums that he needs to. He's done quite enough, I guess. Our final shot is of the new recruits and what I believe to be a raven or a crow. Take it.
Pretty much a crow.
Now, I get the focus of the gang element. That's this game's thing, a feature to inject some new
Yeah,
flavor,
it's
but
no different
I'm
than
not
like the
biggest fan of how
Thieves
it was
Guild, some of the other
represented.
games
The
here,
KFC,
how they're on our
factory
side.
scene, and bar, were all very disconnected and all served the same purpose, being a battle scene between gangs. From where I see it, this trailer could have been Evie and Jacob taking down the enemy gang together while inspiring other gang members.
Reveal her, exactly!
I digress. Syndicate lands itself a C tier.
Yeah, I mean, they would probably get lower, but... yeah. At the same time, I'm kind of glad they don't show Evie here taking part in what Jacob's doing here, because not her style. If anything, when Evie does appear in some trailers here, it's always like in the background, which fits more with the Assassin's Creed element here, what they're supposed to be. They work in the shadows to serve the light. They're not going to be remembered in history or anything like that. Well, some assassins are remembered here, but because of their in position of power and stuff like that, to influence things. But they weren't known.
There was a lot more to be done with this concept, but it ended up being the same idea 3 separate times strung together. Its bird features, while welcome, seem largely unrelated to what's happening, unlike Unity. Boom bam, it's a C.
Yeah. Origins, here we are, okay. I gotta admit.
Right to the point, we are destination bound for ancient Egypt.
If you are the dealer, I'm out of the game.
I have no idea what he's saying. 90% sure it's not English.
I'm broken and lame.
Nope.
I'm broken and lame.
Nope, it's English.
Yep. I thought I understood that.
Whoa! Camera going crazy, but why? Why did that happen? What did that represent? Did I click the wrong trailer? City Builder?
City Builder, I don't know.
Okay. That was cool. That was neat. I see what you did there.
Cleopatra there. There's Caesar. Even though he doesn't really come in until like the very end. So what's the point of Caesar being there?
Right, so, hold up. Props for incorporating the day-night cycle concept into the cinematic, but the way it was used here was just kind of pointless. Flashing day and night. Really couldn't think of anything else then?
It's not some idle claim.
Yeah, and Caesar...
Oh, hold on. This isn't our hero, is it? Targets usually don't get that shot of the emotional eye.
Nope. Oh.
2 minutes. 2 whole minutes, and we get our hero shot.
Oh,
Do be badass, though.
Yeah, I mean, they made the wait worth it here with this guy being with Bayek here being pretty fucking badass.
For me at the beginning, but it certainly pays off. Matching his spoken poetry to the impact of the punches really sells it. So some pretty standard assassination takedowns, but this takes the cake. That is awesome. That's a tier of itself. Trailer comes to a close, having the assassination target presumably escape, which is a first. I would wager a guess as to the idea this game represents the assassin's origins, and that they're not proficient yet at taking down their targets, if at all.
Well, that's a good way to view it, actually. Yeah, and a snake.
Bonus points for that bird shot.
Yes!
That's sick.
Okay, I forgot about that scene. That's pretty cool.
Not much assassin for the Assassin's Creed trailer. Looking more like Civ 7 out here. As strong as the third act of the trailer is, the rest just doesn't hold any substantial value. Do we really need 2 solid minutes to establish that A, it's in Egypt, and B, you will likely be going up against powerful figures?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, yeah, we established it's the era of Cleopatra, King Ptolemy, and Caesar. Even though in the game Caesar does not come in until like tail end. But we get it. It's the era of the final pharaohs. All right. So that was something, yeah. And considering that the Order of the Ancients, they have a snake as part of their insignia. Having the symbol of what will become the Hidden One / assassin come in, that was brilliant, actually.
Ain't much more to say, so boom.
C tier.
And
C tier.
Oh hey.
Probably gonna get a B tier, but whatever.
How can a child save us all?
Leo Nicebeard here is going for the Soul Stone.
Okay. Not bad. Okay, that made me laugh. You know, okay, another thing I can say to Odyssey's credit here. They said it during the Peloponnesian War. Honestly, I don't remember really much talk about the Peloponnesian War at all. when we think of ancient Greece and stuff like that here, we normally think of the 300, the Persian trying to invade war, Leonidas, stuff like that. We don't really think what happens after that here, like what happened to Greece after the war, stuff like that here. So in a way, at least by comparison, the Peloponnesian War is it's a bit more minor compared to, well, what the Spartans did during the Persian invasion, with holding up an entire army with just 300 men by having a prime location. Even though, yes, there were some obvious good members at this time here, like, Socrates, Pericles, and others, but I guess when I think of Greek, I think mostly the Spartans. I think Leonidas and everything. It's helped by, of course, the Gerard Butler and 300, but...
Where do we begin?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Watch the official gameplay walkthrough.
And, that's kind of it.
That was it?
This one really didn't get a true cinematic trailer that I can find, and the rest is gameplay, which, again, doesn't count.
That is true, yeah.
So, no Assassins at all? I know this is old news by now, but, the Creed is very much not present. The sci-fi artifacts still are, which is interesting. It's neat to expand the lore, but I'd rather it be just a standalone game made by the same team after all. If I'm to review the first 25 seconds, I'd say they were fine. To be honest, the first 25 seconds were an in-game cutscene as well. They just looked the most cinematic. So, it may not count to begin with. But nothing really spectacular happens after that scene besides some walking around and some janky animations. D tier. And, D tier.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if you had that, the bird, Icaros, like, present around, flying there and diving down to Cassandra, or could have had some, but again, like, I had a small problem. It's like, I could accept the fact that, okay, this is way before the Assassin Brotherhood, like, the first of it was really founded here. If anything, it didn't get really assassiny until the Legacy of the First Blade with Darius, and we see, well, who he actually was here and how inaccurate the statue in the sanctuary in the Montergione and Altori Villa is. But yeah, that was fun. So yeah, and again, I like seeing how strong of an influence and just how more prevalent the remnants of ESU technology is here. Sadly, I don't have to know what happened to all the various relics Cassandra has gathered, because we know she most likely destroyed them. I mean, that's what she wanted Layla to do when she handed her the staff, like, destroy them. All of them. Which is a waste.
They are
okay, Valhalla, this is good.
Okay, here we arrive at the latest entry in the series. You already know it's glorious Viking time, and I'm excited. We begin with a clever sequence of dialogue.
Godless barbarians.
Contrasting to the images we're seeing.
Yes.
Pretty straightforward, but as always, very effective at establishing our sides in this conflict. You get the feeling from this trailer more than others that there's a potential grander story taking place. A war between larger factions than we've seen before, battling for land and ways of life.
Yeah.
They scour the lands of England. Lands they will never defend.
So, we see our big bad, and it's made very clear he'll be the one pulling the strings. We have an immediate distrust for him due to the images we've been presented, contradicting his statements.
I don't know, I mean...
will understand.
So, the seeds have been planted for us to be on...
Yeah, I still don't know about this guy here, but I do know that he technically wins because history says that. But yeah, I gotta admit, I did like that in the original cinematic here, where he said all these negative things, and we actually see that the Vikings and the Norse are not that way at all here. But it's a clear evidence of prejudice, just blinding you from reality here and the facts, stuff like that here. Like, you're led to believe one thing, you're told it, especially when you never really seen these people, never seen how they lived, know nothing, you only know hearsay about them. And sadly, that kind of thinking is still around today. There's a lot of times where a lot of racism about, or like prejudice, like these views on things here, and that many people in, like, say, even in the first world countries where we have access to all this proof and evidence, still think that no, these places are like the bio people, whatever, blah blah blah. And the difference is, of course, that in this time period, that was the norm, and it was prevalent all throughout. Like, distant lands here are a bunch of filled with heretics, godless, barbarians. They don't know anything. They don't know how the world works or whatever. Yet that mentality is like the foundation of their society in a way. In a way.
Effective as always is the sound dissonance, implying a thoughtful, steady, conscious thought, and then ripped from that steady pace into the threat of oncoming raining arrows.
Yeah, they should probably get bigger shields.
Now, although we're just hitting the main action, everything before this felt
with their
relevant
children
to the
reinforced the
building
scene,
of
yeah.
tension. Depicting the Vikings at home with their children led to this moment, you know?
Yeah.
What we believe to be key characters are getting stabbed through the heart in the reveal trailer.
Because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit.
We got one at the Crow.
Bonus points for the detail that dual wielding returns in an exciting way against Dark Soul McGee.
Dark Soul McGee!
Now, this badass mountain of a knight is to hint at major boss battles to come, obviously. But enemies in AC cinematic trailers have never been this badass. This would ideally symbolize a significantly harder mode, which is apparently an option, though there is much differing opinion if it actually provides a satisfying challenge.
Yeah, again, difficulty setting needs to be removed.
In comes the trailer's twist. This time around, we're revealed to the idea that he has a hint of assassin in him.
No?
That's a battle scene setup with a big payoff, as opposed to this twist reveal of the dude falling off a horse.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah.
Available holiday.
But yeah, that was something.
This gears us up for a grand new adventure. I've been out of the AC verse recently, but this reignites something in me. Though this trailer keeps the same Assassin's Creed flavor, it's definitely a different meal. And
like I said, it's a Viking game in the Assassin's Creed world.
Series. Womp womp. So,
no,
Ivor's a family man with a lot to lose.
Yeah, you had a Isu weapon, so that's okay with me.
Sign me up. I give Valhalla's trailer a firm A tier, with good B tier bird representation. I got hyped, my interest is piqued, but it is fairly by the book storytelling. Nothing wrong with that. Some solid goosebumps were had.
The verdict here?
Winner, who will it be? Let's not forget the tie-breaking Birdie.
Okay. Alright, so here we got. Okay, it seems. Let me see.
Best Assassin's Creed trailer definitely is, without a doubt, Assassin's.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
Let's see. You can agree with this trailer or not, but I mean, I think some of the bottom here needs to be changed here. I think I would put Syndicate a little lower here and replace it with Rogue. But yeah, Connor really stepped up here. Like transition from Bird to it's like did he also beat Ozpin in one point here and decided to give him the ability to turn into a bald eagle? That would be awesome. So yeah, and then just Connor walking the battlefield and everything like that, wearing all white, just brutalizing the redcoats like that. It's vicious. I liked it. So overall, I agree with this list. I think especially the bird list here. Granted, I probably would have put this one here. More actually, you know, the origin bird would be hard. Maybe somewhere between B and C, but I guess that there's no in between. So,
Assassin's Creed 3. S tier cinematic, S tier bird. She has it all. Clear gameplay definition. It's exciting. It's right to the point.
Sure.
And oh so memorable. Connor makes for a stellar assassin who carries an emotional backstory that's delivered with just a single look. The history is rich and interesting, and that musical timing and pacing is just unmatched. Woo! We did it. That was a lot of trailers.
Yeah, but anyway, the trailer didn't exactly show Connor as a person, in my opinion. Look, I don't have a problem with Connor, like I said before. I like him, but he was naive. He was naive, and in a way, his father showed him that. But overall, yeah, that was a fun trailer. It was nice going back down memory lane with these cinematics here. It's been a while since I've seen them. Oh, but yes, the Revelation trailer with Iron playing. That song was beautiful, and I have seen the Unity trailer recently, and Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Like, that song is good. I mean, but then the Syndicate's like, I recall watching the trailer when it originally aired. It's like, and I thought, that looks cool. And now I look at it again. It's like, oh boy, yeah, it did not age well. Visually, it still looked nice, the graphic wise, but the cinematics and everything. But yeah. And we didn't even get a freaking cinematic for Odyssey, so what the hell were they thinking? Oh yeah, that's right, because they technically had like 2 characters, stuff like that, and they couldn't accept the fact that Cassandra was the canon character. Oh well, so yeah, that was the tier list for on MojoPlays for Assassin's Creed. Honestly, yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I'm surprised AC was at C tier. Maybe I would have liked it a little higher, but whatever. It's one of those things where the cinematic looks good here, but you can tell it really has aged, especially with the like little filter it's got over it. So yeah, tell me what you all thought, people. Do you really think this list is right here? Again, my opinion is replace Rogue and Syndicate with each other. That's about it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still play Syndicate here, but I play it for Evie Fry, the actual assassin. Alright, so yeah, everyone, that was it here. There's another Assassin's Creed video they posted up here. I am excited here, especially with... We're gonna get so much more Assassin's Creed content here, not just in video games. The 3 Netflix projects, they already released the Blade of Xiaoyun manga for sale. Got to watch that. I saw like the preview online of it. First time I ever saw Xiaoyun depicted with her hood down. Even though there is a manga which shows her Japanese descendant. Is that canon? I don't know. But yeah, until then, everyone, this is Mecha-san. As always, thank you for watching. I have actually been thinking, I forgot to say this, I have been thinking of indeed putting on and playing through the Ezio trilogy, like, for a live stream. I might do that. Might do that sometime soon. Who knows? Until then, it's Mecha-san, and I'll see you guys next time.